Right, and then seems off somehow. Let me just see if this lines up. Huh. Because doesn't that seem like... it doesn't line up? Nope, I'm crazy. It lines up. Everything's fine. Wackiness, what's your current thoughts of the state of Hearthstone? Oh, I was focusing, sorry. By the way, can't wait to see you own the next adventure. You now have a gaming chair, and those really expensive. It's kind of expensive, Wackiness, but I do sit here every day, so you know. What's my current thoughts on the or my thoughts on the current state of Hearthstone? It's a little expensive, Wackiness, but it's not actually that much more expensive than an office chair. And as I say, I sit in it every day. It's a gaming. It's not a expensive one. It was a cheap one of the cheaper versions. The state of Hearthstone now. I'm glad that they're patching more quickly than they used to. So if you were paying attention, Galakrond Shaman was OP, and like within a couple of weeks, or within a month at least, they patched and they changed the cards for Galakrond Shaman to nerf it. So, oh hey Baku. So in a way, the it's better, but not because the game design is better in Hearthstone. It's more that they respond to problems more quickly, if that makes sense. And maybe that's all we need is, you know, responding to problems quickly. Let me put that there. And Hearthstone, Blizzard has established a pattern, right? The last expansion of the year is gonna be the biggest and most disruptive because at the end of the year. One, two, three, four, five. Also with Galakrond, they gave everybody Galakrond, so that's kind of nice for free-to-play players like me too. They didn't force you to find Galakrond from opening packs, so that's generous. Like some of my previous criticisms was that game-defining cards like Baku and Gan and the Death Knights and the quests, you had to, you know, you had to find each of them. And if you're a free-to-play guy, you might get you know, 1 or 2 of them, maybe even 3 per expansion. So then you make 3 decks and they're class specific, and so then you don't get to explore half the game because you don't have the cards for it. So wackiness, though, basically what I'm saying is I'm kind of liking how Blizzard is treating free-to-play guys like me, and also how quickly they're patching overpowered decks. It makes the game better despite the you know, the design of the cards is not really better. But they're more responsive in addressing player concerns, and that's it. Hey Marku. Marku says coding with command blocks, death count, kill count, day count. Clocks? I'm over in loop 1, Marku. If you remember, there's 5 loops on this, 5 local loops, 25 stations. I'm currently digging out the cable duct for loop 1, and this is gonna take me like a couple of weeks maybe. So it's a whole lot of dirt punching for a few weeks. 2, 3, 4, 5. And also, you might notice I'm using an auto clicker to punch dirt. Get down here. Yeah, so this is the menial stuff, Marku. So the track up there is not built, so there's no tracks yet, and there's no redstone down here. So I'm making space for the redstone that's gonna go in here. Wackiness says, do you only play Battlegrounds for quests? Pretty much, Wackiness. I don't play Battlegrounds that much. Marcus says, have you gotten any help, or do you don't trust people? Well, I mean, yeah, I've gotten help. A little bit. But, it's a big commitment, Marku. I mean, I can't really expect people to commit for years at a time, the way I do. So if people want to help, sure. I'm happy to receive help. But it's a whole lot of work, and it's unpaid. It's a whole lot of work for no pay, and yes. Well, there is a trust thing too, Marku, yeah. I mean, I don't just accept anyone's help. You know, but if someone seems cool and they say they want to help, they want to do a few 100 hours of unpaid labor, I'm not gonna object. I'm just wondering why you would do a few 100 hours of unpaid labor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wackiness says he's gonna enter this into a competition when it's done. Is there any money in Minecraft competitions? How can there be money in Minecraft competitions? Anyway, I'm doing this for fun, right? I just like trains. It's like the idea of a big train network. And instead of, you know, buying toy trains, which is expensive, I'm doing this. Back to Battlegrounds wackiness. The thing I have against Battlegrounds is that it's very luck based. It's a lot like Arena. You draft your minions. I mean, there is skill, of course. Auto clickers. Are you using a client? No, I've got an auto clicker that just works anywhere. It's not, the auto clicker is not built into Minecraft. It's a separate program running in the background. I have it so that when I press F on the keyboard, it does a 5-click burst. In fact, I can tell you what it's called. It's just called OP Auto Clicker. I don't know if you could Google that. You can find it. It's pretty simple. It's just a little app thing. Wackiness says the good thing about it is that it's basically free right now. You don't have to spend gold to enjoy Battlegrounds. That's true, Wackiness. That's true. It's completely free, right? In fact, you can't buy anything for Battlegrounds, even if you wanted to. This should probably be filled in. So yeah, there is that part, Wackiness. Although, you know, I don't have anything against cosmetics or even buying packs, if it's reasonable. So I wouldn't have anything really against monetizing Battlegrounds. Wackiness, I see Battlegrounds as similar to Arena. I think I said that already. Arena, you draft cards, and yes, there is skill involved, but a good draft or a bad draft can make a huge difference. Same with Battlegrounds. Where am I? Oh, that's a hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in a little valley thing. Alright, I see what's going on. Rakity says the random hero pick can also make a difference. Yeah, it does. And in fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, it seems like Blizzard has given themselves quite a job trying to keep that balanced. I mean, they're adding and removing heroes, and they're adding and removing minions, and then changing their tiers and all that. So they're like constantly having to balance the thing because there's so many different interacting parts. I wonder how they will monetize Battlegrounds. They had a thing where you get more stats and more heroes to choose from if you've opened packs. But I mean, everybody opens packs, right? It's not really much of an incentive to open packs. Wackiness says one thing they keep saying is Battleground is still in beta. It definitely is. Hope that doesn't mean they'll monetize it when it's out of beta. Well, Wackiness, they do have to pay their programmers' wackiness. You can't tell them to never monetize things, because they do have to, like, pay salaries. It's more an issue, I think, of how they monetize it. If it's, like, still fun to play and it doesn't really affect the game balance, it's fine, right? I mean, Blizzard, there are people too. They do have to pay the bills and put food on the table. Although I don't play Arena much, I do like how they do Arena, right? You can use gold, or you can like pay a little bit of money for an Arena ticket. Although, you know, actually it's quite a lot of money, to be honest. And then like, if you're really good at Arena, you do play for free because you get more gold. If you get enough wins per game, you get enough gold to just keep playing forever. I wonder if anybody actually spends money on Arena tickets. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's not a good way to monetize because they don't actually make any money out of it. Let's see, where are we now? It's like this game, Minecraft. They put in the shops and they do have microtransactions, kind of. But it's all optional stuff, right? Nobody has to pay for it. But if you want to like have a world that someone else has made, you don't want to spend your own time building your own worlds, you can just like spend a few bucks, buy a world, and run around in it. Wackiness says, is that the best chair you've sat on? It's pretty good, Wackiness, but mostly it's because it's adjustable. So if it's not the best chair you've sat on, you can just adjust it until it is. And it has taken me like a few weeks to adjust everything until it's kind of good for me. But mostly it's just the high back wackiness, because I sit so long that like my neck muscles get really tired and I get cramps and I get headaches because of that. So like having something to lean on and not having to like use my muscles as much, my neck muscles as much, is actually helping a lot. I guess any high back chair would have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done the same job. But like adjustable high back chairs are about the same price as the gaming chair. And I have said it's not a fancy gaming chair, it's just a pretty cheap one. It's a cheap one, it was also on special. And it's a pretty good thing for me, I think. Like a high-backed office chair would be about the same price, if not more. Wackiness, so you're able to play for longer hours. There's only so many hours in a day, Wackiness. I play the same hours, it's just less painful. Less cramps, less headaches. But I don't play for more hours. What's going on here? Let me fix that real fast.